Shit. Sorry, Jackson.
Week 3 in the books. Come on. Week 3 in the books. We got some big trades. Big trades. To start us off, Tyler and Chris. Addison and Hill for McBride. It's one of those that is what it is trades. I mean, Tyler's confident in Pitts, the tight end. You know, he's got his back up, and you know he wanted some depth with Hill and Addison. I mean, I think both wide receivers, you know, given opportunity to stay on his team, would have started for him, and probably Pitts, Hill, and Addison probably would have been better for his team than just McBride. So I think I'm not going to knock Tyler for that trade. I know what people get away from is that when two teams trade, two things happen, not just one thing. So they're going to look at Chris's team with McBride and they're going to say, oh, you know, he's got McBride now. Chris's team looks so much better. It really doesn't. It's not that big of a trade. But the next trade, that's a big one. Tyler traded Bijan and Addison for Pittman, Kenneth Walker, and Scary Terry. It's a tough one. It's a tough trade because you got to break it down. You got to really break it down. On one hand, it's like, how do you get rid of Bijan? You got to be the stupidest person in the world. How do you get rid of Bijan? And how do you give him to the person who already has Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor? You got a three-headed dragon. You know, that's just a scary fucking team. That's a 100, 200-point team per week. That's a scary team. With that being said, you got to look at it. So Tyler loses McBride and Bijan, and in return gets Pittman, Kenneth Walker, and Scary Terry. I think when I wrote that down, it sounded better than what I just said. Because would you trade Bijan and McBride for Pittman, Kenneth Walker? Oh, and he gets Hill. Yeah, so Hill, Pittman, Kenneth Walker, and Terry. That's a lot of depth. I don't know. Maybe, you know, his team's struggling. My team's struggling. A lot of people struggling. So it's a lot of players, you know. Pittman, Colts look solid. Kenneth Walker, stay away from that. Scary Terry's injured, and Hill, I mean, he plays for the Dolphins. What can you do when you got a player that plays for the Dolphins? You just pray every week. That's all you can do. I don't know. Pretty bad. On paper, Bijan and McBride for Hill, Terry, Kenneth Walker, and Pittman. In the grand scheme of things, it looks pretty bad. It feels pretty bad. But it's hard to, you know, it's hard to wrap your brain around. Because what did Tyler need? It's like, what obviously, Mez's team looks insane now. Mez's team looks insane. No doubts about it. Looks insane. Adding Bijan to a team that already has two other top 5 running backs. It looks like a scary team. And I think that's what's all the fluster's about is, this team looks insane. But it's not a, Tyler, you're an idiot because you made your team worse. It's more of a, Tyler, you're an idiot because now look at Mez's team. And I fall in that same category. Because for the third trade of the week, me personally traded Derrick Henry and Brian Thomas Jr. In return, Courtland Sutton, DK Metcalf, and Judkins. Everyone flips the fuck out. Oh, when you make that trade, oh, look at Rock's team. Now he's got Derrick Henry and BJT on his flex. It's like, okay, I get it. You guys think, oh, it's a stupid trade because you look at one team. Now look at my team before. I had however many people we have on our fucking roster, 9 of them, And they're only capable of scoring 50 points a week. So I got to do something. And all you guys saying, oh, you could get so much more value from who? I had 9 active trades for those 2 players. Oh, most of you guys in this league got a trade. You got requested a trade for those 2 players, and you didn't take them. So this value you talk about, you're making it up. No one wants it. No one wants a 2 or 10 point per game Derrick Henry on the hopes that he busts one out. And Brian Thomas hasn't done nothing. 7 points per game. Not even that. He doesn't even look like the wide receiver 1. It's not like these Jaguars are struggling. I mean, they're struggling, but it's not like they're struggling and it's like they're not finding their guy. It's like he's not their guy right now. Maybe he's going to be their guy, and maybe it's a bad gamble, and that's, could be seen in the future. But for right now, he doesn't look like their guy. Through 3 weeks, doesn't look like their guy. It's not like he's their guy. They can't find their guy. He doesn't look like their guy. He just doesn't. So I'm okay with getting rid of him. I'm okay with getting rid of him, and I'm okay with getting Derrick Henry. What do I get in return? Judkins. He's played 2 games. You just watched him play 1 game last week, and he did decent. And no. The Browns' run game has looked good. And by run game, I mean they're running backs. We've got Dylan Sampson, week 1, 18 points. Week 2, I don't fucking know what happened with anyone. I mean, they triple split the backs and quadruple split them with Jerome Ford. And then week 3, we get kind of the same look, but Judkins scores 18 points against Green Bay. Fucking great defense. He scores more points than Jahmyr Gibbs did against Green Bay. I know he splits reps with I'm done saying names. But you get my point. My point being is I'm confident in the Browns running back. I'm confident in that. I don't care who it is. I had Sampson. I started Sampson week 2. I didn't think Judson was going to be a part of the offense, but he was. And now I got him, So I wanted a Browns running back. That is what it is. I get Courtland Sutton. I wanted to draft Courtland Sutton. I'm very confident in Courtland Sutton. The Broncos got to figure out, little kinks here and there, first couple weeks. But I think Courtland Sutton's going to be their man. And when he's, that offense, it's going to put out. It's going to put out more than Brian Thomas Jr. has been putting out. And then DK Metcalf. I fucking hate it. I hate that he's on my team, but I think if we compare it, Judkins, Derrick Henry, it's a gamble. It's a gamble I'm willing to take. And then we look at Brian Thomas Jr. for Courtland Sutton and DK Metcalf. I would accept that trade if Brian Thomas Jr. was averaging 15, 20 points a game. I would accept that trade, but he's not. He's averaging 7. They're averaging 14 and 12 or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever it is, I made the right move. You guys are idiots. That's better for my team. Just because they're star players, I drafted them 1 and 2 like a fucking idiot, doesn't mean that they're still 1 and 2. This is week 3, not week 0. This ain't week 0 anymore. It's week 3. And you had 3 weeks to show me you could do something, and you didn't do it. You got to get off my team. And I'm going to get value for it. Courtland Sutton, DK Metcalf. Give me 2 wide receiver 1s, potentially. And I'm okay with that. But you see Brock's team that looks good already had a lot of depth in the wide receiver position, so he can afford to do that. Doesn't lose his 2 starting running backs because he has Judkins, who was, not playing for him. With Judkins, I'm confident in Judkins. If Judkins was in Brock's flex, his team still looks good. But now he's got Derrick Henry in the flex and Brian Thomas Jr. Well, if they go out and drop duds next week and combine for a total of 15 points, like they've done, last week, well, then who's an idiot? Who's an idiot? Not me. I'm not the idiot. It's not Brock. I mean, I think Brock took a risk because he can take a risk. It's like, obviously, these teams that are performing good, that you guys are scared to add good players to, are willing to take the risk on these trades. But everyone else in this league who's mediocre, the 1 and 3s, Jackson, or 1 and 2, sorry. I was thinking about next week in the future. But I'm just saying, you got a bunch of teams that can't afford to make a trades talking about trades that are being made. If you won't trade anything worth anything, actually take a gamble, take a step, and make a good trade, an impactful trade, then you don't deserve to talk about a trade. You're not in that position. So, whatever. I don't care. You got to say whatever the fuck you got to say. I think I made a good trade. I'm not even going to criticize Tyler's trade too much. It's scary, adding players to good teams. But if good teams are the only people that can trade with bad teams, bad teams right now, I mean, That's what you get. If you're not willing, if you're willing to try to go 7-6 or 7-6, what the fuck am I talking about? Whatever. If you're trying to make the playoffs by the bare minimum, if that's what your game plan is, and you want to hold on to your bare minimum team and not take a risk, you don't get a voice your opinion on what trades matter. You just don't. It doesn't make any sense that you can say, oh, his team looks so much better now, and the trade's so dumb. And yeah, but the trade had to be made because no one wants to go 0 and fucking however many games are played in fantasy football. I just don't know. I don't know. I forget. Every season I forget. But Tyler can't go 0 and out. And that's what he was projected to do. He's projected to lose every game. Same with me. Me and Tyler both projected 100 points. Like, we're not going to win a game unless we make a fucking trade. You got to take a risk. And who do you take a risk with? Well, a team that has depth. A team that has players. Someone that you can get someone from. I mean, do I think my trade was significantly better all around than Tyler's trade? Yes. I mean, obviously. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Come on. Tyler got rid of Bijan Robinson. Fucking idiot. But something had to happen. So whether it's the wrong thing or the right thing, something had to happen. Just because he ended up on a team that's not your team doesn't mean you get to say, I was fucking robbed. He stole it. No, Tyler knew what he was doing. He knew what the fucking risk was when he said accept trade. He knows what it was. He's not an idiot. It's a gamble. You got to do it. You got to do it. Bijan Robinson breaks his leg next week. Who's a smart one now? Fantasy football. Shit can happen. Shut up.